Folks, I just had one of the worst nights of my entire life. Genuinely. It's around 1 p.m. now. I woke up last night around 1 a.m. Just in like the most severe stomach pain I've ever had. And just like my body temperature, ice cold, extremely dizzy. I couldn't get out of bed at all. This happened last night, yeah, like at 1 a.m. and I start wrapping myself in covers and sweaters and trying to get warm, which I could not do. My shower temperature control doesn't work, so you can't take a hot shower here. It just goes ice cold to burning hot and back and forth, so I couldn't shower, I couldn't warm up. There was nothing I could do. And to top it all off, the neighbor here, I could hear through the wall a movie blasting from the TV and the guy snoring just like incredibly loud. And so I'm laying there for 10 hours, like just in such a bad state, and there's nothing I could do to try and fix that. I tried going over to his apartment and slamming on the door. Like I was angry and I didn't know what to do. I was screaming in my condo in pain, like screaming, curled up in the fetal position, like bawling tears, just in so much pain. You know, I definitely thought about going to the hospital, but I don't have money, so I duked it out, and now I'm like able to sit up and record, but still, if I stand up, I get dizzy right away. I feel like extremely dehydrated, and I've had like 8 liters of water in the past 10 hours. And just like extreme burping, and yeah, one of the worst experiences of my whole life. You know, this has happened before, but to a lesser degree. And I think the culprit, you know, I have tons of food allergies and problems and autoimmune problems. Something really set it off. So one of the Thai food dishes I had in the last 2 days, which is just pad for pow, you know, did it. So either one of them put soy in it, or yeah, I don't know, you know, the garlic, one of the places loaded it with garlic, which is known to cause me stomach issues. The chili, you know, I don't know, but I'm done eating Thai food. You know, I cannot allow myself to ever feel that experience again that I felt last night. Like it was really one of the worst or the worst night of my whole life. Just like severe pain, but yeah, Thai food's done, folks. No more Thai food. It's delicious, it's amazing, you know, it's addicting, but it's not worth it for me. So home cooked food, carnivore diet, that's the new way forward. You know, sorry I can't film going and getting Thai food, but hey, you know, I gotta prioritize my health. And that was just so freaking brutal, like unbelievably brutal. Oh, I'm glad that I can not feel like extremely dizzy now, and yeah, just feel like a little bit of a normal person. You know, I felt like I had maybe an extreme fever and just a level of dizziness that I couldn't like shake. So yeah, that's it. That's where we're at today, folks. 3:30 p.m. Still feeling like king dog shit. Crazy. Mostly just been laying down, and then I just went to the gym. Try and see if it would alleviate some pain in the stomach. I feel like it did temporarily, but I feel like I'm literally feeling the exact same now as I did many hours ago. Yeah, this issue I have is serious. You know, it's essentially like an autoimmune issue stemming in the gut, and so when I eat something that's like inflammatory for me, so if I eat soy, if I eat gluten, or so many things, like even garlic, my body just can't digest it. And my stomach is so weak now, like the lining in my stomach, that like particles, bad toxins, end up leaving the gut inside and getting into the bloodstream. So that's where all the like mental issues come, and you know, like arthritis issues from it and all that. It's from it getting into the bloodstream. You know, if I eat soy right now, immediately there's some toxic die-off in my body that just causes inflammation in the gut, which then goes to the whole body. Freaking brutal. You know, it's something that I've been dealing with for, I don't know, maybe 13 to 15 years. I never had a proper diagnosis for it. You know, I have symptoms of like SIBO, I have symptoms of Hashimoto's disease, I have symptoms of lupus, but like the root cause is an imbalance in the gut, you know, so fixing that is what will, you know, permanently, I'd say, going on like a restricted diet where I don't touch any of the things I know are a problem. It's the only way to fix it. There is no other way. And that's like such a hard thing to do. To live your normal life and try to not eat out at all, cook all your meals, eat all meat, you know, carnivore diet. Once you get rolling, like it's fine, and I feel really good from doing it, but God, it's just such a difficult thing, you know. I love food, what can I say? Food is dopamine. I do have a little story, because I just went to the gym, and so there's like a Russian couple in there, you know, like I guess husband and wife or whatever. I couldn't tell at first. I didn't know if they're together or not, and there was like 2 other guys in there as well. This is the gym in my condo building. And so when I go in there, I don't know, the guy is like weirdly sizing me up off the bat, and I'm just like, okay, maybe I'm in my head, I'm just gonna ignore it, right? And it's like I go up and ask the girl. Until this point, they didn't say anything to each other. I go up to the girl and I say like, hey, do you have much time left with the yoga mat, or like how many sets do you have left? And she says like 1, you know, you can use it in a moment. And like, I don't know, I caught a feeling of in my peripheral that this guy was not happy, even though I was just asking her like workout stuff. And so she gives me the yoga mat. I bring it over to one of the machines. I'm kind of supersetting back and forth between stretching and like doing back. And so I have a bench press, right? Like a flat bench that you'd lay on. And I'm putting my shoe on it to do a stretch, like to do a lunge type stretch. So my shoe is on it, at the bottom of my shoe, right? The bottom of my flip flop that I have on, sandal. And the guy comes walking up to me and he's like, I want to use that machine. Take your dirt off the machine. And I was like really surprised. And then he starts speaking starts speaking Russian, like just looking at me and just speaking a bunch of Russian. And I was just like, huh? I was like, I'm using the machine now anyways. And he's speaking more Russian. And like already I was a little ticked off. So I'm like, do I look Russian, man? I said, I'm not Russian. And so he keeps speaking Russian, starts saying something to his girl, and like I hear the word American. Just a bunch of Russian and then the word American come out a few times. And I tell him, I said, like, I'm gonna wipe this machine down. I said, there's there's spray right there and there's towels. I'm gonna wipe it down. And he's like, just don't put shoe. And he's like showing me his bare foot, and he's like, put foot. And I was just like, sorry man, I want to wear shoes for this stretch, this exercise. I said, I'm gonna clean it when I'm done, that's it. And like he was really salty about it, went back to his girl, you know, they're talking Russian, you know, they're borderline like in an argument now. Maybe she just didn't like that he was being a pompous idiot, or I don't know what's going on there. And so I clean off the machine, and like I go tell him, I say like, hey, I cleaned the machine for you if you want to use it. And like he just looks up at me, looks away, doesn't say anything. And then they're in there for like another 30 minutes working out, and he never uses that fucking machine anyways. So just the fact that this dude came up to me to tell me not to put my shoes on the bench, the seat of the machine, is fucking crazy, dude. Within 5 minutes of walking in there, within 2 minutes of walking in there, the dude approaches me with a problem. In like your condo building gym. It felt very silly. Maybe he just doesn't like Americans. Maybe he's having a bad day. Maybe him and his girl are having a a tiff, but I don't get it, folks. All right, it's 5:30 p.m. Still feeling like death, so I apologize, but this vlog today will not leave the condo building. Yeah, it's an at-home vlog. It was either don't record today or record my misery vlog. And here we go. Just took a couple hits of cannabis to see if it would alleviate the stomach issue, and definitely helped. Honestly, 40-50% better in a matter of a few minutes. I was trying to abstain to see if that would have an effect, but I think it's actually counterproductive with the stomach problem. You know, sometimes if my stomach is really rattled, just the like idea of smoking something, of like inhaling this dry smoke into the body is like gonna make me sick, you know? So there's times where I can't smoke when I have like a stomach thing. And other times where I can, where I don't have like this reflex from the smoke, and then it helps, you know, it helps a lot. If you just get the THC to the bloodstream, you know, without causing more inflammation, then very helpful, very helpful. This pool, I gotta say, the view from the balcony here is amazing. I do like having the full view of the pool like that. Yesterday there was like a beautiful group of like Thai girls, 4 girls, just swimming directly below in like a thong and a bikini top, and just like laying on their stomachs. And I was just like, don't do this to me. So maybe I'm paying some karma today for indulging in that experience, but I do like this view. The pool view is, for me, is great. I've never really had pool views. I always just have like a sea view, or like something, a forest, or just like a big dirt area. And so it's interesting. I like it. It makes me not want to like go down there and swim, or to like lay out in the middle part. There's only like 2 chairs, you can see, and then there's 1 chair there, a few chairs there. But like in the morning time, people 6:30 a.m., 7 a.m. go and take the chairs. Like, it's every time I come out here when I wake up, even if it's early, the chairs are full in the morning. Like, people want to get them quickly and keep them because it's like a, a commodity. There's like all this space, and there's just like 3 chairs. It's very interesting to me. There is a gym. We have a gym inside that white building there on the 3rd floor, and there's of course, a broken sauna. 2 cold plunges, which are also out of service, so no sauna. That happens so much in these condo buildings, with the sauna just not working. I mean, what can you do? I don't know. But this would be like a really perfect condo building if it had a sauna and cold plunge like that. Really great. Without it, still great, but it's almost like a tease that it's there and it's just out of service. Let's see. I wonder if they'll fix it in the next year. It's very hard to fix like a sauna and get something like that running smoothly if there's a mold issue, or who knows what happened, you know. But hey, I want to say the response on YouTube has been huge. Just like the last week or so, started to grow exponentially quicker, and you know, get more views, way more subscribers. So I'm glad everyone is enjoying the content. I think it helps being in Thailand instead of doing Bali content. I've been trying to up my game with, you know, the videos themselves, the titles, everything. Trying to, make it a full-time business, you know. And so I'm treating it as such. Very pleased with it, super happy. So drop a thumbs up on this video, even though it's a dud. It will help me a lot for sure. really sorry about this homesick style vlog, but I think people will still get some enjoyment out of it. Better than not recording at all. I mean, if you've never watched Kill Tony, such a good weekly live podcast, stand-up comedy podcast / live show in Austin, Texas. So funny, so good. Kill Tony. Probably know Tony Hinchcliffe, pretty famous comedian. Yeah, I was never like that into him as a comedian until I started watching the show, and it's just so funny. It's unbelievably funny. Check out Kill Tony. It's on like every Monday. Usually like hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. You know, he brings on a couple of guests, like guest comedians, and then the crowd like puts their names in the bucket, like hundreds of people, to go on the stage and do a minute of stand-up comedy and pretty much get, roasted by the panel, by Tony and his guests. Or sometimes they do really well and he doesn't, it's no roasting, but it's just too funny. Yeah, check it out. It's so good. I did make it out of the house here. Just went to pick up a little bit of weed, and I saw that they're having the little tournament, the soccer match, or actually I'm not even sure. Let's go see what's going on here. A lot of people, very busy. Okay, so it is football, soccer here.
ดูน้ำให้นักกีฬาด้วยมีเด็กไปหาไม่เจอโอ้ม้าโป่งดาวต่างชาติด้านหลังก็กระดกเบียร์แบบแม่มีความสุขแม่ผมชอบมากผู้สาประตูอินเดียเหลือเกินแม่แต่ปัดออกไม่ออกครับแล้วทุ่มมาลูกนี้โกเอาแล้วตีเสมอแล้วครับนี่แม่แกยังตกใจจริงทำได้ยังไงนี่เลยใครจะเข้าแหมยิงย้อยหาแล้วออกเองแล้วยิงด้วยความแรงชิบหายแล้วกลับแม่ยังเคลียร์มาได้ตั้งลูกนี้มาโอ้โห
Playing soccer on the beach, on the sand, is definitely not easy. It's definitely fun to watch because of how difficult it is. It's like people falling over and like, just struggling with the sand. That was fun. That was good. I stayed for like 30 minutes. It's done now, but I think it goes till like another week. So I'll have to come back and watch it when there's like, finals for sure. Find my bike at this point. Okay, successful trip. We picked up 1 gram of cannabis. So I found a good shop that sells 100 baht grams of some decent stuff. And so that's what I've been smoking in the last like 2 weeks. So the place is called Sky High. It's on Jomtien Soy 5. It's right across from the immigration. But yeah, they have 100 baht grams of like runts, a few other flavors, 100 to 500. But I just get the 100, and it's way better value than most stuff you'll find. You will find the same stuff for 300-400 other places. So very happy to have found this place, to be honest. Check it out. It's called Sky High. And another thing here, I feel very silly. So when I was leaving, I noticed like how bad it smelled in the apartment, right? Of course, dishes. But I had this underneath with a garbage bag with a ton of garbage inside from like takeout food and from cooking, and it smelled rancid, and there's no lid on it. So that could have gotten me sick, to be honest, where I just didn't realize that it was smelling so bad in the air until I left and came back into the unit. And also, this door is open. This is usually running, and so you can't really tell that it smelled like bad garbage. But I bet that's why I got sick. It's happened before. And that's another thing that lines up with the other times where it was really bad, is like I potentially had some garbage bags like in the house with that should have been taken outside. So hey, I don't know, you guys have any experience with that? It would definitely, it would make sense, you know. I think as a combination of things, but I do believe, I mean, I know that you can easily get sick from an open garbage can with trash, multiple days, mold, bacteria. Oh, so stupid, but I'm glad I figured it out. Maybe that's why it wasn't going away, no matter what, too. Unbelievable.